say that the entire day is a Jane's pick, and then, you know, when we get to the end of the day, okay, but come on. I think this might be that from me to me Valentine's Day present. I think if your daughter's turning 21 and, you know, this month you get to treat yourself to a piece of jewelry that happens to have her birthstone. Fabulous, fantastic. This is emerald cut bicolor fluorite and amethyst in a gorgeous sterling silver ring. And this is not $900 or $800 or $500. This is $129. People, please don't wait. If you're a gem lover, this is a moment. This is the only fluorite and amethyst ring that we have. It's the first day we've ever done it on Easy Pay. This 5 easy payments goes away at the end of the day. This is fun. This is exciting. This is what I call the hand grabber when somebody walks up to you and says, show me, what are you wearing? All right, Peyton, let's start in the center stone, 7 carats altogether.
7 carat of bicolor fluorite. Incredible. Bicolor fluorite is only less than 10% of all fluorite. Wow. And it's even rarer because we bring every stone in here because we want to make sure that the division between the purple and the blue is acceptable. So we reject, unfortunately, and it's sad because the color is so intense, but we reject a lot of stones because we want you to see the true bicolor. Yield is very, very low in this. Very, very few stones actually come out of this quality and this kind of color, and especially 7 carats. Wow. And, you know, again, when you have a stone like this, you have to do something special. Fluorite can be softer, so what we did is we protected it. It's well protected by the large prongs, so don't be scared to wear this, wear it every day, and just enjoy it.
Right, it even like sits down within the beads of sterling. And then, you know, it was brilliant taking the amethyst stones on the side and running it up the shank because, okay, that's a really good shot because you can see how half the stone bicolor is that beautiful purple, then it flows into the blue. The amethyst stones on the side so beautifully bring it up. And I mean, I can't believe we were even able to get this back in stock on Gem Day. That is a really big deal. So if you say, okay, less than $1 a day to get one of the rarest exotic pieces home, what a way to end our big kickoff of Gem Day.
I know. Well, look at the colors, you know, purple and blue. You know, how incredible. And look, you even see a little touch of purple in the bottom of that. You know, every stone, of course, is going to be different. Right. Your stone is going to be unique to you.
Let's do this side by side.
You know, but they all have that great division. They're all going to have either 50-50 or close to that of blue and purple because you know what? That's really the story here. You want to see the bicolor. You want to see that beautiful blue. You want to see that intense purple. And you see that in both stones. But you see, again, they're a little bit different. Right. So it's really uniquely yours.
You know, I just think that there's just something so alluring, right? Right. The lure of precious gems, as we talked about earlier. There's just something that we have from the moment we're little. You know, whether it's playing in Mom's jewelry box. I remember reading the Bobbsey twins. Okay, I am so dating myself. And they talked about going in a garnet mine. And I don't remember any other Bobbsey twin book, but I just remember that one. And they were in a garnet mine and they were looking for garnets and there was a mystery and it was like, I mean, you and I talked about, I used to look at the best catalog, which for whom you were a buyer, right? So many years ago, just paging through that. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I think we all have this together, that there is this attraction to gemstones. There's something alive and alight and real about them. And then this one is just so spectacularly different than anything else that we've ever seen. Look at this ring. It is, okay, gems aren't always cool. This is cool.
Cool.
This is so cool.
Miracle of Mother Nature. You know, she's wonderful. And when you see a stone like this and you say, wait a minute, what's going on? This is really a miracle of Mother Nature to see those kind of colors together and intensity. And you know, you see bicolor fluorite that is not this intense in color. Right. You know, you'll see it and it'll be a weaker purple and a paler blue, but not here. Look how intense that purple is. That's really why we decided to put amethyst with it. Right. Because then look at the amethyst. The amethysts are African amethysts. Look at that really deep, deep, deep purple.
You know, I think, I look at this ring and I think this is a one-of-a-kind ring. Right. This is a one-of-a-kind ring that you would collect the stone and go to a designer and say, what should we do with it? And there would be one ring like this in the world and that would be it. The fact that we can bring you 5 through 11 and then do it for the first day ever on one of the best easy pays we do, 5 easy payments. Now that's gone at the end of the day. So if you are looking at, our today's special value or our one day only value, those prices go up at the end of the day. But on everything on Gem Day, we've got 5 easy payments or more. That's only until, actually it's today, Peyton. Midnight today, West Coast. Peyton and I will be back 8 to midnight. Peyton will be here pretty much all day long. And so I have an update on this ring already. We only have 150 to go around. That might sound like a lot, but it's not. We now are sizes 6 through 11. So divide those sizes, the number that we have, into what we have left. 400 rings were already claimed. Guys, we really expected a lot of this to last all day, but I just think we're all celebrating our love of gemstone jewelry and the fact that we're back to our 24-hour show. Yay.
Oh, it's such a breadth of assortment. This is a great conversation piece because, again, you're going to be wearing this and people are going to look at you and think, wait a minute, what on earth do you have now?
Yeah.
If you're a jewelry maven, this is one of those conversation pieces. Is that mixed colors? Are those really blues and purples in the same gemstone? It's a great conversation piece. It's a great collector's item, and it's a beautiful piece of jewelry.
And if you are a February birthday, maybe you didn't get a gorgeous gemstone piece. You've got your birthstone in here, and even though it is bicolor fluorite, it almost looks like amethyst, came together with like a sky blue topaz or something. It's gorgeous, but that's the fluorite in the middle, the amethyst on the side. But if this is your month and you want to treat yourself to something truly spectacular, I love the fact that you don't have to spend $900. You can. I mean, we have some really amazing pieces of jewelry. Go on QVC.com. We've got period tourmaline at $3,000. Like, we really bring you the jewelry that you've asked for through the years, but we also want to bring you a style like this that's so special and yet can come home in a really affordable way.
Exactly. What other gemstone can you see these kind of colors? That beautiful, beautiful blue color, the intense purple color, and also the mounting. We find the stone first, and then we design the mounting around it to really make it special, to really show off the stone. And we'd never mixed it with amethyst before, but we thought, what a beautiful color combination. And under gallery, I love under galleries because it makes it comfortable, and it keeps that gemstone on the top of your finger, which is where you want it.
Okay, so we have an update for you. We have 6 dozen left. We've sold well over 400. Peyton and I have done Tucson Gem shows before. We've been together at the Smithsonian. We've had many, many years having a blast together. And I'm telling you, I've never seen a bicolor fluorite this size, 7 carats with the amethyst. Just doesn't happen, which leads us in again to the grand finale of the kickoff. So we decided to go back to 24 hours of gemstone jewelry. Every single one of them is on at least 5 easy payments, some more. And I also want to remind you that we're going to be seeing hours devoted to beautiful jewelry because we've got Zarite coming up next with Rachel Bosing and the gentleman who owns the mine where it comes from.
One of the rarest and one of the true color change gemstones in nature. There's only 5, and this is one of them.
We're talking about you, Rachel.
Oh. And Murat. We're talking about Murat, too.
Hey, Murat,
the mine owner.
how
Hi,
are
Murat.
you? That's so exciting. It's the coolest thing in the whole wide world.
It is.
It really
It
is.
is. So many different colors coming out of one stone.
Wow. I can't wait to
I know
watch.
it.
I better not shop. I'm going to get in so much trouble today. I didn't have anything to do with it. It was all Peyton's fault. Okay, so we had 600 of the bicolor fluorite rings to start our day. We have fewer than 2 dozen. So this is truly last call. We're not going to be getting this, obviously, back on the air again in the grand finale or any time during the day. We mentioned it once, Peyton, and it has been a huge response. I think if we have any left, we'll have to